out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got 4 down. Shit.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Go. Waiting. Mike 54. Check. Mike 74.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Sunday.
To throw is Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Tight dog, 61, matchbox lights. Hey, seam 6. Ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, plant.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Check 52's the
Hey, exit.
52's the mic. You. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Bristol, hit it.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Come on, set.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Check 37. Kill.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, foxtrot.
7. Wild Bill.
Ram.
Watch it.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60-yard.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Take four.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Safe.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Watch twist.
General West.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down. 30 base.
3, Mike. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Screenplay. McKinnon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready?
Lock now to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Bomber, 22, Lee Grip.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From midfield, here's Lock. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Takes 3. 2-8. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. It's a second down run with Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
81.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On 4th down on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
At their own 10-yard line.
Come on, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Gray 15. Gray 15.
Right there. 54.
Hey, Alpha.
54, Mike.
Throwing his Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
82.
54, right there, right there.
Hey, Orbit.
I'm coming for you. Mine. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Wait,
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
46 down, there's my 4. Here we go. Hey, Delta. Switch up.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Hey, check.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Set. 15, line it. 15 line. 6-6.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
60 or.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Hey,
1.
high 7. Blue draw Corker. Crouch. Hey, zoom. Shoot.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now. 91.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
52's the Mike. Check. 52's the Mike.
Ready?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Check three.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go.
An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. And now the throw hauled in by Green. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Team spell. Smith line 7. Smith.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
Here, hey, 4 Tokyo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. Hey, exit.
54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Check.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Broncos on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
He don't want it.
Bravo.
'52's the mic right here, over there, right? '52's the mic. Watch the screen.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Check, watch 54. Right there, 54, right there.
Wentz now on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Al Locke throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Hey, Echo. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, wahoo! Hurry.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Sanders, 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. And all the way down to the 29. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to Sanders on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Wentz to throw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Switch.
General West. Sunday. Hey, Alpha.
To throw is Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Howard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go.
They go with Howard again. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 50.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, dude.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.